What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Now this video is going to be a little different than what we normally do, but I thought we'd do a video of the top 10 violent crimes that have been tied to video games. Now you guys know we are a gaming channel, and we know that video games are a favorite pastime for children and adults. And with the expansion of the internet, gaming has become bigger than ever. Now I played every single game growing up, whether it's a shooter game, a horror game, or just a regular family-friendly game. But never have I felt that I wanted to go out and hurt someone else because of the video games I was playing. But apparently that's not the case for everybody, so in this video we're going to be talking about the top 10 violent crimes that have been tied to video games. So coming in at number 10, we have the New Hyde Park crime spree. So in New Hyde Park, New York, on June 26, 2008, a group of teenagers went on a crime spree. First, 3 of them violently mugged a man in a grocery store parking lot. After that, the gang marched through the streets of New Hyde Park until they encountered a woman in her car. They ended up stealing a pack of cigarettes from the woman, and then they also smashed a van using one of the baseball bats that they had brought to the scene of the crime. The woman ended up calling police, and teens were apprehended. When asked about their motives, the teens stated that it was the video game Grand Theft Auto that led them to commit these crimes. And honestly, I'm not surprised that they would blame Grand Theft Auto. I feel like that's a major go-to game that people blame when they do everyday criminal activity. Please stop blaming GTA. Coming in at number 9, we have Nathan Brooks. So in 2013, 14-year-old Nathan Brooks was grounded and prohibited from playing video games after receiving a detention in school, but he decided to do something about it. Now, the night after he was grounded, Brooks acquired his parents' .22 Smith & Wesson and shot his parents as they slept. Now, fortunately, both of his parents survived, and Nathan was sentenced to 15 years in prison. He is due for release in 2028. Coming in at number 8, we have the New South Wales youth crime spree. Now, this one might be a little bit debatable. So unlike the other people on this list, this is going to take place in Australia, and in 2012, Australia was dealing with the increase of teenage violent crime, knife crime in particular. They became concerned after teens were killed, injured, and arrested as a result of carrying knives. The police commissioner of Australia at the time stated that he believed that video games that rewarded players for killing, sexually assaulting, or maiming people was the root of the problem. But you guys can let me know in the comments if you agree on that statement. Coming in at number 7, we have Devin Moore. So Devin Moore is an American murderer who is believed to have been inspired by the game Grand Theft Auto Vice City. On July 7, 2003, Moore was brought into the Alabama police station on suspicion of car theft. At the time, Moore had no criminal record and he cooperated with police. But after being booked by Officer Arnold Strickland, Moore jumped him, grabbed his gun, and fired 3 shots, hitting the Officer Strickland in the head. Officer James Crump heard the shots and responded, but Moore, however, fired 3 more shots at Crump, hitting him in the head also, similar to the officer that he first hit, Strickland. Finally, Moore ventured down the hallway and encountered a 911 operator, and he ended up shooting him in the head like his other victims. Moore then proceeded to steal a police car and flee the station, only to be apprehended 4 hours later in Mississippi. Now, at his trial, Moore's lawyers argued that he was led to murder due to a life full of physical and mental abuse, as well as him playing violent video games such as Grand Theft Auto Vice City. After his arrest, Moore made statements such as, "Life is a video game, you gotta die sometime." Coming in at number 6, we have Daniel Petrick. So Daniel Petrick is an American teenager who shot both of his parents in 2007, killing his mother and severely wounding his father. This was after they confiscated his copy of Halo 3, which was forbidden in the household. Daniel used his father's 9mm handgun to commit the murders. The handgun was locked in the same case as the game, and when Petrick took the gun, he also took the game. After he shot both of his parents, he fled with the game after his older sister and her husband arrived to watch a Cleveland Indians game. Petrick was arrested in the family van shortly after, with Halo 3 still in the front seat. Now at the trial, Daniel's defense attorneys argued that due to a snowboarding accident that have left Daniel bedridden, he developed an addiction to the Halo franchise after playing it at a friend's house, leaving him unable to go without the game, which caused him to snap. Coming in at number 5, we have Evan Ramsey. So Evan Ramsey's childhood is basically like How to Make a Killer manual. When he was 7 years old, his father was imprisoned after an armed standoff with police inside a local newspaper office. As a result, his mother became an alcoholic, and Evan and his siblings were sent to various foster homes. Evan was sexually assaulted in at least 1 foster home. He was also heavily bullied in school due to his lack of intelligence and was often called names like spaz, brain dead, and retarded. 2 weeks after his father was paroled, Evan committed his own lone crime. Now, according to police reports, 20 people knew of his plan and 2 helped Evan by teaching him how to use a shotgun and by telling him about how famous he would become. So on February 19, 1997, he went to his high school armed with a shotgun. Ramsey killed the school principal and a student before wounding 2 others. He then attempted to kill himself by a shotgun blast to the head. He was unable to pull the trigger and surrendered to police when they arrived. It has been largely believed that Ramsey has been imitating the game Doom. He was a known player of Doom, and his weapon, a 12-gauge shotgun, was one of his most frequently used weapons in the game. In an in-prison interview, Evan stated that he blamed Doom for the shooting. He ended up being charged as an adult and roughly 200 years in prison. Coming in at number 4, we have Nikolas Cruz, which I'm sure a lot of you guys heard about. He confessed to fatally shooting 17 students and staff members and injuring 17 others in a high school shooting in Parkland, Florida. Although not publicly discussed, there appears to be some evidence of excessive video game use that have been reported in the court documents. Die, die, die is what Cruz wrote in a story for a language arts class in middle school. His explanation was it was a line from his Call of Duty Warfare video game booklet. Teachers were concerned that he was spending too much time playing inappropriate video games, as much as 15 hours a day. Some neighbors confirmed he played video games and told investigators it was kill, kill, blow up something, and kill some more all day. Now, before we go to the next person, I'm going to just say this. I played video games all my life growing up. I stayed home some days from school just to play Call of Duty, back when it was good, and never in my mind have I thought about going out and killing or hurting anyone else. So clearly it's not video games, it's something wrong with their brain that's making them do this. Coming in at number 3, we have Adam Lanza. So Adam Lanza was the man who took the life of 27 people in the infamous school shooting. Lanza first shot his mother while she was asleep and then drove to the elementary school with his mother's guns and killed 27 people. You guys should know what school I'm talking about, but I do not want to mention the name of it in this video because I know it can be a sensitive topic. Everyone who knew Adam described him as a socially awkward loner who spent most of his time playing video games, such as Call of Duty and Gears of War. According to some sources, Adam racked up 83,000 kills playing online, with 22,000 being headshots. He also spent a large amount of time researching school shootings going back to 1981. I mean, clearly this guy was crazy. I don't think video games have anything to do with it. I think he was already insane. Coming in at number 2, we have the Columbine High School. Now this one needs no introduction. Eric Harris and Dylan entered Columbine High School and opened fire on students and teachers, killing at least 12 students and a teacher before turning the guns on themselves. Now clearly there's a lot more than just video games that goes into this story, because they were bullied, they were outcast, and believed to have suffered from anger issues and mental illness. Now, a developer was said to have used inspiration from this story for the video game Doom and created a level called the Harris Levels, who was named after Eric Harris, the Columbine shooter. If you guys don't know, Doom is basically a first-person shooter game. A lot of gore and violence in there, and they named one of the levels after one of the shooters from Columbine. And then coming in at number 1, we have Anders Breivik. So Anders is one of the deadliest mass shooters in human history, claiming the lives of 69 young adults at a youth political camp in Norway, after killing another 8 by bombing a government building, making the death toll a total of 77. Anders was politically motivated by what he believed to be the Islamization of Norway at the hands of the Norwegian Labour Party. This rage led him to attack their youth camps, believing that the next generation of Labour Party had to be eliminated. Now, according to his manifesto, Anders was an avid player of World of Warcraft and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. He wrote that he played World of Warcraft for relaxation, but at the same time he used Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 as a training simulator, having played the game using a hologram device to make the gameplay appear more three-dimensional. This version of Call of Duty has previously fallen under controversy due to its level No Russian, in which players committed terrorist attack at an airport against innocent civilians. And growing up, I remember I was either in middle school or high school when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out, and I played that mission No Russian, and I had no issue with it. I mean, I played the mission, I didn't have a problem with it. It didn't make me want to go out and massacre people in real life, but that's always been a controversial mission. Just personally for me, I had no issues with it. Anders was sentenced to containment, which is a minimum of 10 years in jail and a maximum of 21 years, and that is the maximum sentence available under Norwegian law. Alright, well there you guys have it. 10 video game moments or video games linked to real life murders. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, let me know, because I will definitely do more of these, whether you want it video game related or not. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.